Thank you, Jen. The U.S. has authorized the departure of non-emergency employees and diplomats relatives from the embassy in Moscow. How confident is the administration that the U.S. embassy in Moscow can remain open in the long term?
Well, I can't make an assessment of that. That's something the State Department looks at and assesses. Obviously, our embassies and consulates around the world play an incredibly important role in communicating with American citizens who are in a country, but also with the Russian people. And so that is something. That's why we have diplomatic, consulates and around the world, including in Russia. There are also decisions that are made for a range of reasons. The State Department could outline it more specifically for you, including temporary departure. It's something that has happened around the world for many, many decades for a variety of reasons. I would, give you an example of just a couple of years ago in Turkey, there was ordered departure, right? Then diplomats return. That's obviously the objective, but it really depends on the conditions on the ground.
And what level of concern is there for the safety of American citizens who are living in Russia? Is there concern that they could face retaliation in light of this conflict?
Again, I would point you to the State Department. They do assessments and they give clear guidance to people who are on the ground and what their recommendations are for their security. I would note that one difficulty right now in Russia because of these sanctions is of gaining access to U.S. currency and using banking cards, and that is a hindrance for many people who are living there right now.
Just lastly, you've been very clear that the president does not have any intention to deploy U.S. troops to engage militarily in this conflict. But would you say that there is any particular red line that this administration has that would necessitate military action?
As in sending our U.S. military into Ukraine? The president has no plans to send U.S. military to fight a war in Ukraine against Russia.